Well, hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to some Deus Ex, and we finally got back to Prague after a very lengthy mission, and after Rucker self-imploded, if you can call it that way.
Rucker's dead.
So let's see what we got to do.
Poisoned, I think.
Holy shit, man. Rucker was the voice of the augmented. People loved him for it. When word of this hits, Prague is gonna explode.
And the whole world's watching. Listen, Miller's gone to meet with state police. Could be our chance to determine his loyalties.
He lives near TF-29. You want us to search his apartment?
Not us. Me. You keep digging into that VersaLife break-in. And see what the Collective can dig up on a Viktor Marchenko. If I'm right, and Rucker was poisoned, all three might be connected. Jensen out.
Mr. Jensen, it is not our boat, Covelli. I have another delicate matter that requires your expertise.
I thought we were even, Otar.
We will be even when I say so, my friend. Now then, to business. You will meet Mrs. Godleg, the owner of the Red Queen. I understand she has a problem named Dominique.
Let's get this straight. I'm not a cleaner for the Diwalis. Why don't you send one?
Adam Jensen.
Because I am telling you to do it. And don't mention killing. Just
We have Jensen in 5 minutes.
Your man is a powerful woman.
Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on?
Miller sent me to...
Checking my progress? Really? I said it would be done when it's done. You can't rush these things, Adam. Excellence takes time.
Right. So...
Well, I was right. Am I good or am I good?
what did you find?
Oh, just some isolated fragments from what looks like the bomb's timing mechanism. And get this, it's a Stanek.
Stanek. The bomb's timing mechanism was a wristwatch?
Well, to address your incredulous tone, a mechanical timing mechanism is not as silly as it sounds. Security scanners can detect anything with a suspicious electronic circuit, so using a low-tech solution is really clever.
Stanek watches are custom-made locally. I think I'll pay the shop a visit.
It's probably closed. Let's see if I can find you a second option. Yeah, got it. Nomad Stanek, founder and owner of the store, lives in the Davnia Vod district near Pilgrim Station. That's Putnik Nadraji in Czech, I think. Building number 96, second floor.
Thanks, I'll check it out.
Great, let me know how it goes.
Alright, so before we move on, I just want to clarify a couple of things. So that Russian gangster that just phoned me up, as you might remember, he asked us to do a favor when we were there in the ghetto of Prague. We had to take out one of those merchants that was apparently getting into his business. So we were supposed to take him out, and I didn't do that, and I was kind of freaked out because he phoned me up, told me he was gonna whack me, whack my family, burn down my house, kill the dog, all kind of crazy shit like that. And so I was really freaked out because I was thinking that might just mess up my Foxiest of the Hounds playthrough. I'm not actually sure that it does anything, but having a Russian gangster wanting to kill you is never a good thing. So I did go back to redo the last chapter before I moved on here. And you could take out the merchant, well, stealthily I was going to say, but actually without killing him. You just had to scare him off, and then he moved away, went back to whatever shithole he was from. So we went back to do that, and now apparently Batkavelli is still not completely content, so he still wants us to do a favor for him, but I just want to be quits with this guy. I want to get him out of my life. I want him to leave us the fuck alone, so we're gonna listen to him, do the missions that we have to do, and hopefully he'll leave us alone after that. I know it was a shitty deal I took, and I really shouldn't have taken it for those couple of upgrades, a couple of things that he was gonna give us. Should have left it to the side, but it is what it is. At least up to now we're cool. He doesn't want to kill us, and we're just gonna move on and see what we can do. That being said, I do not see a point yet for what we can do. I know we gotta go meet somebody, but we're first gonna go search Miller's apartment. The rat bastard. I don't think we're in Miller's apartment for the moment. I'm not sure where we are. I really doubt the head of security lives in a dump like this. Probably got to go hack something around here. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's hack this baby.
Access granted.
Probably going to be in one of his mails. Not that we're going to read it. Just got to unblock a code and we can move on. I actually noticed that as much as the enemies in this game are not very random, so they got kind of fixed patterns what they go, which is a good thing, because if you mess up you can always go back and try it again. The good part of it is that the hacks are kind of random in the way that they're mapped out the same way, but the alarms don't always go off in the same way, I've noticed. So if it does go bad
wasn't at his apartment
for you and you get traced or anything like that, because you can't run out of time, because an alarm will go off. But if you find yourself in a sticky situation, you can always reload and do it again, and you should be cool.
Watching the valley now. I'll send them over.
Copy that.
Where I gotta go now? I think I got Miller's code, and I probably gotta go check it out. Ooh, red light district. Okay, this is not the prettiest part of town. I'm sure they give some good parties, though.
Hey, I'm a citizen. I have rights. You cannot detain me without charging me. This I know.
And I know you're gonna sit there quietly and wait with us like a good little watchmaker.
I've got this, Agent Riley. You and your partner can relax for a few minutes.
Wait a minute. I know you. You've been in my shop. What is this?
You have some things to answer for, Mr. Stanek. We have evidence linking you and your shop to the train station bombing.
Bombing? No, I would never. I wouldn't even know where to start. You have the wrong man.
Do I? Convince me. I have a timing device with your name on it, and I found the tools to make even more bombs in your apartment. What else am I supposed to think?
But you've been to my shop. You know I fix watches. I don't make bombs. No, those tools aren't mine. They belong to my...
Your daughter?
No. Look, take me in. I'm the one you're looking for, not her. I have made bombs for them.
I don't think so. Protecting your daughter is admirable, Mr. Stanek. But you're not doing her any good by taking the blame. You need to tell me what you know.
You're right, I know. Allison was in the military. She always wanted to belong, to be part of something greater than herself. She was such a beautiful child. Gifted.
What happened?
After the incident, she met some people. They said they were her friends, but I could see they only wanted to use her. Parasites, and now they have taken her. You must help. She is not to blame for this. She has been coerced.
Calm down. What do you mean they've taken her?
Allison and I were supposed to meet here tonight. Instead, one of them came by, spewing curses about fleshers and naturals. He gave me a message from her. She was saying goodbye. But she would never. They used her, and now they intend to make her disappear.
Does your daughter have the expertise to do this?
Much more than I do. She was in the military. EOD, they called it. Explosive Ordnance Disposal.
The bomb squad.
Yes. She was happy in the military. They augmented her, rebuilt her to make her better at what she did. But after the incident, she was dishonorably discharged. She was lost.
That's when these new friends found her.
Ugh. They exploited her, and now they plan to discard her.
Your apartment was booby-trapped by Radic Nikoladze.
What? Why would he? I guess friendship means nothing to a thug.
What happened?
I was never a wealthy man, but my shop is well known and respected. British liked my watches. He knew I needed money after what happened to Allison, so we strike a deal. But deals are like beautiful women to that man. A better one always comes around.
What do you know about these friends of hers?
Other than they were augmented? Not much. They only spoke to Allison when they came to the shop. As if anyone unaugmented was beneath them. They kept talking about the Ascension, whatever that is.
Where can I find Allison, Mr. Stanek?
I wish I knew. I would go and get her away from those people. I was about to go looking for her when your goons showed up.
We'll find her. I need you to go with these agents. I'll have some more questions for you.
No! I have to go! I have to help her! She's all I have.
Please, let us do our job.
Find my daughter, or I will!
Smiley, I spoke to Stanek. He's not our guy, but he has a daughter, Allison. Ex-military, EOD. She might be the bomb maker.
So what's our next move?
Stanek says he doesn't know where she is, but I think he's hiding something. The agents are bringing him in. Until he gives her up, this investigation is stalled.
I'll make sure they lean on him. See what he knows.
Good. Let me know what happens.
It certainly didn't take this dude very long to turn rat on his daughter. Thought we were probably gonna have to waterboard him or pull his fingernails out or some crazy shit like that, but just took 3 questions and the guy gave her up for free. What a dig. Let's check out where we gotta go.
A goddamn.
Nothing 24.
Be nice to find another bottle. Something to keep us warm. Hello?
So now we pretty much gotta just check out Miller's apartment. See what he's hiding. The plot thickens. Okay, that's kind of freaky. You gotta see, check this out. So this guy apparently sells consoles. I can see all those. What I think is looks pretty much like Xbox controllers over there. It's pretty discriminatory. Doesn't have all the consoles in his shop. Xbox fanboy over here. Can we get in this? Man, yeah, that looks tricky. Let's first see if we can find another way to get in. I can already see a window. That should be good. I'm not actually sure if the civilians, when they see you breaking in, if they can call the cops or anything like that.
I'm in Miller's apartment.
Haven't run into that up to now.
The man keeps a tight ship.
What do you expect? He's former SAS. Military
But sometimes
life will make
hacking
a
is
neat
not
freak out of anyone.
the solution.
He's got secrets in there, Adam. They'll be well hidden.
Ooh,
Everyone's
Miller's a
gotta tell.
gamer.
I just need to know more about him to understand his.
Well, you got to give it to him. The guy can get himself one badass apartment. This is some luxury stuff right here. Absolute badass espresso machine. Consoles. Big screen TV. Can't even tell how many inches that is. I mean, look how badass that one is. Ooh, that's a big hack. But from what I can see, it should be doable because you can go both ways. Let's just try this baby out and see how it goes.
Anomaly detected.
Not good, not good.
Trace program initiated.
Up to now, I really haven't used any of those fortify things. Normally, you get enough time to do what you got to do. Just got to be a little bit quick on the fingers. Oh, nice.
Granted.
Okay.
Alex, just hacked Miller's computer. There's some heavy stuff going on in his personal life, but nothing incriminating.
Keep looking. We may not get another chance at this.
Oh man, look at the bachelor pad. I would so love to have a place like this. The guy is living the life. Well, since he lives in absolute luxury, let's nick everything we can while we're here. Steal all the shit that we run into. Love to take the big screen TV with me, but not gonna happen.
I think I got something, Alex. Miller's NSN access card. He must have left it behind when he logged into his second computer.
His second computer? Anything incriminating on it?
Haven't checked it yet. But I'm starting to think the only way we'll learn more is by hearing all of that NSN conversation.
Shit, man, that's risky. But we may have to.
Why? You find something on VersaLife?
It ain't good. Meet me in the small courtyard near TF-29. I'll explain.
It'd be kind of weird if Miller didn't see that we stole all of his shit. Sniper rifle gone, everything we could. That being said, we need the money. Always use it. See if we can expose this guy.
What's wrong with you? Defend against that kind of team. Nice coat.
Are you the broad I gotta talk to? I think I'm gonna go get, well, I was gonna say get rid of, but we're gonna complete the mission given to us by the Russian gangster. As I was saying earlier, I do not want this guy on my heels through the whole thing. I just want to get rid of the debt. Get the fuck out of here. That he leaves us alone. Never worth the price you pay. Oh, this is some freaky shit over here. Oh man, this is the bet. Oh, that's a dude. Oh, that's a fucking dude. No, thank you. I'm pretty sure they know how to party around here.
All I care about is having fun.
Probably the madam that we gotta see. Hope she's not gonna ask us some freaky shit.
From Dominic, as he come to his
I feel like stealing the credit chips, but
No, Mrs. Cadlick.
probably get my ass shot off.
Master Cadlick, I am the owner of the Red Queen. I make a point of knowing everything important, but you, I do not know.
Could be I'm not important.
Oh, please. Have you seen yourself in a mirror lately? Besides, I have a healthy curiosity. It is important to a mother.
Mom wouldn't be thrilled about me being in a place like
True
this.
enough.
Really? I can't imagine why. A good time never hurt anyone.
If people are getting hurt, you might end up seeing more of me than you'd like.
If you're so concerned, by all means keep your eyes open for misconduct. It's like I always say, a safe client is a paying client.
It's not the safety of the clients I'm worried about.
The Red Queen is a family business. My eldest son works the bar. The other does security upstairs. Come in on the weekend and you'll meet one of my nieces, Agnieszka. She's the late show. You see, around here, nothing comes before family.
This place, it's a Diwali-run operation, is that right?
Half of Prague is a Diwali-run operation. My family has a God-given talent for overseeing things. And, well, poor Prague. It was in sore need of oversight.
And what do you oversee exactly?
I oversee this club, obviously, as well as certain relationships, certain efforts that require a matriarch's touch, and the comings and goings of certain strangers who ask too many questions.
I'm flattered if that was a threat.
Be careful, Metal Man. You don't really belong here.
That's what they tell me. I understand your family is very important to you. Does that include a kid named Dominic?
Ah, I didn't think you were here for the scenery.
I'm here to repay a favor.
This club is my confession. People stop by, whisper in my ear. Sometimes I forgive, sometimes not. Lately, I hear one of the Diwali men wants to reconcile with me. How old-fashioned of him.
He helps you out, you help him out. I take it Dominic's causing some kind of trouble.
Dominic has made bad choices for himself and for his family. We have tradition to consider. So I ask you, what is the best way to get a hot-headed young man out from where he does not belong?
If you know for a fact he's in over his head, why give him a choice? You go in there and you drag him out.
My thoughts exactly. Not always easy, though, is it? Boys can be very stubborn.
And what did you have in mind?
My hands are bound by politics. You, I think, have the look of someone used to working around political matters. Perhaps you could kidnap Dominic.
All right, where's Dominic now? What do you want me to do?
They call it Hotel Narikala, an old Georgian joke. One of Radic's safe houses. Dominic knows we cannot interrupt Radic's hospitality.
And that's where I come in. It's heavily guarded, I assume.
And surveillance systems, alarms. This is the boy.
So I sneak into this building, find Dominic, tell him he's expected back home.
No. You get in, you incapacitate Dominic. You bring him out and leave him in a cozy storage locker. No one can see any of this happen.
You want me to knock this guy out and drag him through a building full of Radic's men, undetected? You're kidding, right?
Where I am from, abduction of the bride was a time-honored custom. So you think of this as an act for equality. You'll know Dominic by his tattoo. Do not bring me the wrong man.
Yeah, that way you can pretty much justify everything. Something tells me this is gonna be one of the trickier things we gotta do.
We make a little money on the side. So what? It's all right.
I guess the view makes up for
Let's go see exactly how we can... Oh, no. Wrong place.
You want to join me?
Yeah, but I'm kind of busy for the moment. I'll be back.
My God, the things
If you're too shy, I'll let you watch. I'll even give you a discount.
Alright, I'll find the people around here. We'll be back for the party later on. Let's do our job first.
Get lost. This place is not for you. Turn around, Clank. Bojovki are not allowed inside.
Okay, so it's not gonna happen that way. Alright, so this mission really is as tricky as I thought. I tried to ghost it a couple of times, and for me it was pretty much impossible. There are a lot of bad dudes around here, and you gotta knock that guy out and take him the whole way out of this this section, so... As much as I would have liked to ghost it, there was no way we're gonna be able to do it that way. Gonna have to take out a couple of guys along the way. The good thing with this mission is that since it's a straight up stealth mission, if you do get seen, you'll know it very, very fast because it's an instant game over. The bad thing is that since you have to knock out guys, you always have a risk that something goes wrong. And since I don't want to kill anybody, I'm going to have to check out that everybody stays alive by the time I get out of here. I don't like doing it, but we gotta do it. I just want that Russian gangster off of my ass.
You know the deal.
And I'm way in over my head, so we gotta go the whole way through.
Getting shot.
Exactly what I said. Murder. Murder that we are still paying for, both emotionally and practically today. Now the tech loonies and the neuropa dope dealers are...
Rooms on patrol.
And off we go.
We never finished that last.
Oh man, the takedowns are pretty cool. It's something we've been missing up to now because we haven't been taking anybody out since we've been doing it ghost up to now. But I gotta say, these are some badass MMA moves. I gotta love it. Probably when I do another playthrough of this game, get to kill and knock out everybody we want. That's gonna be pretty sweet. I'm also sure they should have a lot of loot around here. What's the use of being a gangster if you don't have good loot?
That's my middle name. Well, one of them. I'll let you figure out the others.
Now let's leave this dude alone. He doesn't do any harm except patrol around the top side. He's not going to be any trouble. Only thing that could go wrong, I do like to hide the bodies whenever I can. I don't think the other dude really comes into this apartment, but it's just a safer bet. Unless he really, really needs to take a piss, then we're pretty much screwed. But we'll find that out later on. We should be cool.
Listen, when I asked you what the deal with Cadillac and Radich was, forget that. I don't want to get into family shit.
You asked me this morning, and this is what comes out of your mouth now. I don't want to get into family shit.
I'm a one-thought guy.
Okay.
A one-thought guy doesn't go to a strip joint to complain about the buffet.
True enough, my brother. And believe me, you had some pretty cool stuff going on just out
if
there.
There's anything going on.
Ouch. Oh man, I just can't get enough of this thing. We're gonna let ourselves loose. Since we got to do the takedowns here anyway, we can just as well enjoy them. The good thing is that there is no ghost trophy or achievement in this game for as far as I could see. As long as you stay stealthy and you don't get noticed, you can get through the whole thing. And I'm kind of grateful for that. Although I do love a ghost playthrough. The advantage is that there's not too much punishment if you do have to take a guy out. That being said, we will try to ghost as much as possible. Okay, this is a spoiled brat. Takes care of you. If I remember correctly, the last game, so Human Revolution, did have a ghost achievement. That was actually pretty cool. You had to go through the whole game, except for the boss fights, without being noticed. Always a great challenge to do. I'm still gonna hide these bodies. It's probably just OCD, but I don't like leaving them out here. Normally nobody should be able to see them. God damn it, the ragdoll effect is insane in this game. That's one thing I'm not so happy about, is that when you do have to drag these guys around, it's kind of weird. You get a kind of ragdoll effect and you pull them away from 2 or 3 meters behind. It's actually what stopped me from doing it, Ghost, when I was trying to drag out the spoiled brat, because since he was hanging like a couple of yards behind me, you could not get him right without the camera seeing him. This is not my dude. I want him absolutely correctly. I know, guys, OCD. I don't want anything to see him from behind the machines. It could be worse. I could start chucking him into the washing machines if I could, but I'm just gonna leave that alone. Let well enough be. Let's try to get this guy out without anybody seeing. I mean, that's one thing that I really enjoyed in like Dishonored, is that the way you could drag people around, you could just chuck them over your shoulder, and that was for me the best mechanic to take people along. This is yeah, not so happy with this part of it. Keep on dropping him, keep on dragging him behind you. Bit of a shitty move. Probably gonna end up with a broken neck by the time I get there. Gonna check him out, that he's still sleeping. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, buddy. You're nearly there. Get you back to your family. Probably gonna get bitch slapped by your mom. Kind of surprised though that we didn't manage to pick up a lot of loot around here. Probably the underbelly of the gangster clan. Let's try to get him down without killing him. That would be good. Come on, Dominic. At least he's a little dude. He's not like the, what's his name? Marcavel, or the enormous giant. That scared the shit out of me in the last mission. Wouldn't want to drag him around all the way through Prague. Come on, man. Okay, I got you. At least, hopefully, that should get rid of our debt with Botcavelli. Let it be done with. There we go. And all's good. He's in one piece.
Cadlick, I delivered your boy Dominic. No one saw me go in or out.
Impressive. How is he?
He's still out cold. Might want to ease off on the bright lights when he comes around.
I'll keep that in mind. We do want him to be as attentive as possible. I think this concludes our business tonight.
Okay, Botcavelli, give us a little ring. Tell us that we're all cool, that our debt is paid. We're kind of making a lot of enemies, so we're going to have to cool them down a little bit. We're going to have to go check out Miller. There you go, there you go.
Otar, I know. I can see your face on the info link. I did the job for Cadlick.
She told me herself. It is the first time we have spoken in... Well, things change, huh? The debt you took for Caller is paid. Perhaps it is now I who owes you the favor.
I'll remember it, Otar.
You do that, my friend.
Nice. Oh, I feel so much better now. Nothing to worry about. And on top of it, he owes us a favor. Nothing better than that. Actually kind of trying to avoid these scan bots and all those mechs and stuff. I'm sure that or I'm like 99% sure that they can't do anything wrong. They probably just give an identity check or anything like that. But they just freak me out. Never know if they could set something off if you fuck up. I'm kind of stressed out about that, so we're going to avoid it as much as we can.
Alex, you here?
Stop doing that,
thanks
babe.
For being quick. Didn't want to be seen hanging around by myself for too long in case you got held up.
I can be a gentleman, sometimes. You said you got something on VersaLife.
Yeah. A couple of months back, a research assistant was found dead in the Roca Seca beach facility. Special Projects Division. She was poisoned, just like Rucker.
She. You got her name?
Anik Norstad. Why? You know somebody there?
Doesn't matter. Forget it.
I can't stand VersaLife, Adam. Back when I was flying for Bell Tower in Panama, I stumbled into deep shit with them. They're the reason I've got a target on my back. They told my bosses to kill me.
If they're involved in this, we'll get them. We just need to know what this is. Tell me more about this researcher.
The information we found on Norstad was buried deep. No police report, no autopsy. Just a footnote on an insurance claim, calling it an industrial accident.
She was working with dangerous pathogens, wasn't she?
Supposedly. Janus thinks there's more to it. He's the one who found the report. Said it was off.
Off how?
Lots of blank spaces and missing details. Didn't really go into it.
And you didn't think to ask, did you?
Are you saying I fucked up?
No, not at all. You just seem to put a lot of faith in Janus's opinion, that's all.
Janus changed my identity, gave me purpose again after VersaLife ruined everything for me. He helped me see things I'd never seen before.
Like what?
Like how some conspiracy theories aren't far from the truth. After Panama, I didn't believe any of that shit Picus News kept spinning about the incident. About what caused the incident. Then things got real bad for us Augmented, and Janus gave me a chance to set it right.
By going after the men in the shadows.
By working with you. I keep thinking about what you said, about framing ARC for a break-in that makes them look like terrorists. A VersaLife researcher shows up dead, poisoned just like Rucker? Are we talking bioweapons here?
Miller's access card might help us find out.
How? I don't follow you.
NSN exchanges are stored in the system's cloud memory. If I log in as Miller using his access card, I might be able to play back more of that conversation he had with the bosses.
Shit, Adam, this isn't like planting a bug. You have to actually use the chair. For a while. If anyone catches you...
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Your call. But I want to be plugged in and listening the whole time you're in there. Just be careful, man. Call me when you've accessed the machine.
Hey, look at this. Pretty cool. Get some MMA fights, but with metal limbs. That's gotta hurt like a bitch. I wouldn't want to get stuck in one of those fights.
I should have stayed in bed.
They do know how to enjoy themselves in Prague. City of parties. From what I understood, we now gotta go break into Miller's office and use his materials. It's probably not the smartest move in a heavily guarded central base.
How long is Director Miller going to be in Gollum City?
He told me as long as it takes. He's coordinating his statement.
Yeah, wait a minute. How'd I get in there the first time around? I think we could just go through Miller's office. Yep, we're good. Nobody saw us.
Alex, I'm in. Anything I need to know before I start up this chair?
Every NSN is different, man, so I'm not sure what
Don't get fried.
I'm
Looks
guessing
like an
you'll end up
electrical
in some
chair
kind
from
of
here.
virtual conference room. No one else should be in there.
And if they are?
They'll see you as Miller, so say something snippy and log off.
Okay. Where do I find these stored conversations?
Hell if I know. This is your plan. But holographic recordings take up a lot of virtual memory, so you may have to look in several places.
I'll just have to play it by ear.
Exactly. The whisper chip is still in place, though, so we'll both know when you've done it. Good luck, Adam.
This is different.
Playing as virtual Miller. This should be interesting. Well, at least we get to be a complete dick against the people that we run into. Being the boss certainly has its advantages. Something I kind of figured out with doing a couple of hacks, and I gotta say, felt like a dumbass when I figured it out, is that I was just waiting for it to hack it on its own, but you really got to press the buttons at the right time. Hadn't figured that out till a little bit earlier on. I feel really stupid right now, but what the hell? You got to learn something as you go along. So we got to pretty much hack all of these things, and I can see that there are 5 of them without setting off any alarms. Not sure what happens when you set off alarm, but anyway, we're going for a no alarm walkthrough, so it's not an option. Maybe just get booted from the system or something like that, but I'm not going to take the risk. That being said, the central one, from what I can see here, you can't directly hack. I'm kind of thinking that you gotta take out the other 4 before you can take out the central one. We're gonna go that way anyway. Oh man, Oh, Miller is a freaking weakling. I can't even push the box. Well, that's good to know, because if we get into a fight with him, I think one punch and he'll go down. Couldn't even push a cardboard box. Oh, god damn it. Okay, third try. We're good. Alright, one down. On to the next. This digital world is really fun. The only thing is that it would have been cool if they put a couple of enemies around here. Kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid and the virtual training things that you could get into. Pretty awesome. Breaks up the pace a little bit. Can I make this jump? One thing that has me a little bit freaked out is that if you do... I don't think I did any hacks where you got blocked out of it because you didn't touch the button at the right time, but there are a couple that I let run out. Kind of hoping for the moment that that does not set off an alarm. As far as I know, it doesn't, because I couldn't see any physical alarms going on, and when it happened, no enemies reacted or anything like that, so... pretty sure there's no alarm that goes off. From what I can tell, the most important things that you're not allowed to do is, yeah, of course, get an enemy seen, a physical alarm that an enemy could set off, and then running through these red gates or getting seen by a camera or a turret or stuff like that. As far as I know, those are the things that can set off alarms. I don't think if you fail such a distance hack, that an alarm automatically goes off. Hopefully. That would be pretty bad. Okay, one to go. Haven't fucked up to now. Always a good sign. I think there are two ways up to the backside of the whatever you call it, the pyramid that you got to get into. I actually ran into this one by accident, but I am planning on using it because As long as you got the augmented jump, you can get all the way without having to go through the lasers. Not that the lasers are too hard, but let's just play it safe. And we should be good. Alright, made it through it without being seen. That was the most important part of the mission. I think that does it for chapter 9. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one.
But now we need to go by the book. Focus on Ark.
You want me to pin all of this on them? The bombings in Prague, the break-in at VersaLife, Dubai?
Officially, all 5 attacks involved augmented terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But send the reports if you want me to prove it. Because Ark doesn't operate in North America.
Place call Hong Kong Alpha 10 priority message. We've got a problem. Miller wants to see a report on the break-in.
What break-in?
The one your San Francisco research facility is supposed to have any day now.
What? What exactly did you tell him? Never mind. I'll take care of it. In fact, it may even help me clean up a related incident. What have you heard from our man inside Ark?
Not much. He has to be careful transmitting. Rucker may be onto him.
Then it's time for him to use the Orchid. Tell him.
Killing Rucker... Are you sure it's a good idea? I mean, it'll certainly make things easier during Phase 2, but...
Are you doubting me, Joseph?
I'm merely concerned that the rest of the Council might not like your call. They seem less cohesive these days.
Rucker's death may upset some of them. But at this juncture, Brown is the only person we pay attention to. Once Rucker is dead, I'm positive he's going to make his move. Do it!
End call. Alex, did you get all that?
Hell yeah. Don't tell me this isn't the proof we're looking for, Adam. This is big. Janus needs to hear it.
I want to talk to him this time. Set it up. Let me know where.
I'll see what I can do. Later, man.
Adam, what are you doing in here?
Suppose I could ask you the same thing, Delara.
I'm worried about Vince Black, the head of our organized crime division. I was leaving a message for Director Miller asking if he's heard from him.
Black's still deep undercover inside the Diwali organization, isn't he?
The kind of deep that can be hard to swim back from sometimes, yeah. He's supposed to meet with me once a week so I can bring him back into the shallows, only he never showed for our first meeting.
From what I know of the Diwali, their influence extends outside of the Czech Republic. Maybe he's out of town.
Maybe. Maybe you could find out?
Sure. I think I can do some digging around for you. When was the last time you heard from him?
First and last time was in his office a few days ago. He seemed antsy, kind of nervous that I was there, you know?
Well, then maybe I'll poke around his office a little while I'm here.
I'll stop now, right? Well, listen, Adam, Lyon's waiting on my initial batch of reports, and I'm sure Director Miller wouldn't be too pleased to find us standing in his office, so... Unless there's something else, I think this is where I'll check out.
Is there anything in Black's psyche, Val, that leads you to believe he's capable of maybe undermining the task force? Is there a chance he's gone off reservation?
Human beings are predisposed to damaging everything they come into contact with. Of course he's capable. As am I. As are you.
So these evaluations you conduct with him, they're useless in determining a course of action he might take.
I don't have a crystal ball. And Black's last eval predates my arrival here. Nonetheless, it's still helping me understand what he's dealing with on a subconscious level. That he may be in trouble. I wish I had something more concrete for you to go on.
You mentioned Leon is expecting your first batch of reports. You don't answer to Director Miller?
I'm a civilian employee, specializing in habituating deep cover operatives.
You're not an agent. So why did you choose to work with badges?
I started out working for LIM International, helping patients cope with the emotional strain of augmentation. After the incident, I needed to change my focus. Interpol was looking, so I moved my clinic to the public sector.
So you answer directly to Joseph Manderley?
It was Joe's idea to get a psychological clinic up and running inside our field offices. But listen, Adam, I have a small mountain of agent files to process, so if there isn't anything else...
Joe, huh? Sounds like you and Manderley are close.
We're close because I used his first name?
Well, you said you joined TF-29 after the incident. I assume that maybe you and Manderley started together when the task force was launched.
No. I arrived after Joe did. Look, Adam, we should probably get out of here, don't you think?
Yeah, you're probably right. I am curious, though, where Manderley came from exactly. Heard he jumped over quite a few heads to get to the big chair at TF-29. Must have some pretty influential friends pulling strings.
Why the interest in our boss?
I'd just like to know who everyone is.
If Joe had help, I'm sure it was from people who share his vision for what this task force could become. Anyway, listen, I really do think it's best if we get out of Miller's office before he returns, so if you'll excuse me.